Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
Today we are going to clear the flint tube in this old Springfield, Illinois Park Sherman lighter insert. The wick looks a little unstable and the pad on the bottom of the insert is disintegrating. So I am just going to pull all of this old wadding and the wick, save it in a Ziploc bag, and replace it with a new copper woven wick and new organic cotton wadding. There's the wick. As most of those old park lighter wicks, they don't look very good. They look like they've disintegrated over time, not made out of a very durable material. That was the extent of that. All the wadding that was in the lighter with the wick. Now if we ever decide to sell this lighter, then I will include that with it so that they have the original. Picked that up from our friend Giovanni Abazia, sort of like keeping the service log on your automobile. So now that we've got the wick and wadding out of the way, we'll go ahead and get a drill bit into the flint tube and see how obstinate that is going to be. You can see that there is no pressure on the wheel, and not too much distance to make up there. You can see the degraded flint. Get my newly felted bottomed table lighter out of the way before I contaminate it. And that broke through right there. Bounce it off the sides of those walls in the tube there to make sure there's no residual flint hanging around. That's about as good as we're going to do. There is some flint residue on the file wheel we'll go ahead and clean up here. Get that scraped off of there as best we can. That looks pretty clean. Go ahead and just give that a little quick washing here with the common household disinfectant cloth. Go ahead and install a flint. Get our stray flint dust cleaned up here before we contaminate anything with it. Now we will get our new flint. Just before we get this wicked and put back together, make sure that the flint tube is clear and that the lighter is going to spark. And because we don't have a felt pad to put back on it, we're just going to densely pack that organic cotton in there. And we can go ahead and leave the screw in and tighten it down. I'll go ahead and clean this out. I'd cleaned it out a little bit initially, but the wick and all that was still in there, so definitely some carbon buildup. And I got that cleaned up pretty good. Get that dried out with an old cloth here. An old dry cloth. And you can see there, that looks nice and clean. So we will twist up our wick here. And we're not going to wick this park style with the wick just running straight up and down and only being about half the length of what we have here. We're going to do it just like Zippo says to do it, and zigzag the wick through the wadding. Bend that, and we can layer the wadding in here. And layer that in a crisscross or S shape. Go ahead and tear this off. I'll use a small piece of that to go in over here on the side. We'll go ahead and pack this in. Tear this in half and then in half again, so we can shove it down the other side of the tube here. And that will complete the job of replacing the wick and wadding with a modern copper woven wick and organic cotton for the wadding. And we also replaced or cleaned out the flint tube and put a new flint in it. So we will have what amounts to functionally a brand new insert, and overhauled, very old, probably 1950s, originating in Springfield, Illinois. Get it fueled here. Try not to overfill it. Try not to make a mess. But still try to get enough in it. Really nice table lighter. Until next time.